How we doing today, man? We are in longs, 5 full contracts deep on the paper account. We already took our trade for the day, and I always act like you guys don't see the titles because I always try to keep it a surprise. But we have a good amount to talk about. This trade is probably going to fail. Why? Well, we did sweep out this low, the data low, which was my main target for my trade that I took. But again, non-farm payroll, and one of the biggest things that I've been seeing recently people talk about is when New York or when Asia and London have both. I guess this was during the New York session, but before 9:30 open, when Asia lows and London lows get ran before market open, you can expect some sort of choppy price action. So I think that's what we're getting here. Let's see if YM swept out those lows. It did not. So we have no SMT there at the bottom, but we did grab the lows. So I've been seeing that where if you're in a not a trade, what's it called? If you're trying to trade, especially before non-farm payroll tomorrow, expecting choppy price action, expecting blown accounts today if you don't recognize the conditions, right? I would say, yeah, if you don't recognize conditions, you could get very easily chopped up in this. I don't know if this is a data high because it was at 8:49 and I just don't see any news events at 8:49. So I'm assuming something was said online or something, because yeah, I'm not really sure. And like, there's been a lot of random volatility today. So like, there's the trade right there, nice. And let's see, you get second take profit there. No, this is the high of the New York session right here. So this is a very nice liquidity pool. That's why I have 2 off at that high. So it should be inbound there. Like, I'd be shocked if we don't get it. Yeah, should be right there. I mean, I can't imagine we come all the way back down here before grabbing that high. Let's see if ES. Yeah, so there we go. ES is going as well. And then there's the third take profit. Wow, this thing is running. Too bad I can't trade 5 full contracts every single time because I would be making a lot of money. That is pretty crazy edge. Not gonna lie, but I expect to deliver at this point. I don't even think that will. Depends on how this wick gets put in, but we'll see. But price action wasn't bad. I mean, this, if you took this inversion, you probably got cooked. But yeah, definitely have a lot to talk about though on my actual account. I just kind of want to see this trade play out. But I've dropped my size down. So I've dropped my size down. That is why our winning day, before I get a million comments about, oh my gosh, your winning days are smaller than your losing days. Well, I am dropping my size. And I'm still going to do probably 2 trades a day unless I win. If I win, I'm done. I'm dropping my size to 1 micro, and I'm going to do 1 micro until I like risking the same dollar amount. I really do. I like being able to risk the same dollar amount. That way that RR doesn't get skewed. If I risk $1 and I'm targeting a 2R, I'm always making $2. So it's easy for my brain to understand, okay, cool, I'm targeting 2R, or I'm targeting 1R, or I'm doing this, that, the other, right? It's easier when you do it that way. But in terms of just my counts and drawdown, I looked yesterday because I need to make sure. My count's 1,300 in drawdown, or was. Now it's like 1,190 because of our winning day. But that's why our loss is, or our wins are smaller. But this is 1 micro. So this is like what? 57 points, 58 points. It's a good amount, right? I'll show you guys the trade real quick. A screenshot of it because my OBS wasn't working this morning. I went in the trade and I tried to get OBS. It wasn't working, so I was like, cool, I'm just not going to worry about it. So this was my trade. This blue box right here, I'll show you guys on the actual chart in a second so I can break it down better. But this, can I zoom in? No. This line right here, this blue box, I guess I don't need to zoom in that much. This blue box right here was a 5-minute IFVG. So again, I'll show you guys this on the chart, but just to keep in mind, this is the 15-second time chart. Why did I drop on the 15-second time chart? Well, because we got a 5-minute IFVG right here. This was the close on the 5-minute, but I'm not going to short this because I'm expecting us to not just run lower, right? We have this big move. We hold this 15-second gap. After turtle souping the highs, a market open, Judas swing, drop lower, change in state delivery here on the 15-second, trade back up to it, drop lower, drop through this low. So now I can expect us to go lower, right? Because we inverse the 5-minute. Again, I'll show you on the main chart. So I wait, we displace again, And now I'm seeing this gap that gets left behind, and it gets used right here to sweep out into this gap. So we tagged consequent encroachment of the 5-minute IFEG that we closed down here, traded back up to it, wicked into it, respected it. The bodies respect it really well on the 15-second, drop lower, come back up one more time, fail to go higher, and then displace. We get a change of state delivery on the 15-second here, and we get an IFEG. I entered a little bit lower because I wanted to see if the candle, because this candle wasn't a really strong close, so I waited, got in on this close, and then boom, as soon as we ran this low and close right here, I did go break even because if we're in efficient price action, we should keep running through this low. We should be expanding towards the data low, right? Because we drop, we rebalance one more time, and then we run everything. I don't want to be involved if it gets in there. This is a screenshot. I did hold all the way down here, so I'll show you guys how I manage this position too, because I didn't just leave my stop at break even and let it hit here. When we tagged this data low, we had some sort of rebalance, and when we tagged the data low, I started to get more aggressive when we dropped through. So I'll kind of show you guys on the real chart now. Wow, this thing is ripping. Pull back to the 5-minute, right? Pull back to the 5-minute, or not the 5-minute, the 1 minute. Maybe it was a 5-minute. No, it's probably 3-minute. 3-minute, and now we're displacing to the data high. So this is a beautiful trade as well. This is an even better trade on the 3-minute right here. You would have gotten there. Even better trade. Now I would move my stop loss to this low because we should not rebalance here for an efficient price action. This should have been the rebalance. We should not have to turtle soup this low. Is my opinion on it. But let's see. Let's just see us deliver, and then I'll go over it. But yeah, this IFEG right here would have got you cooked because it would have came back down and manipulated you. I don't think we had any SMT anywhere. No. I mean, technically the 10 low, the 10 low right here, we didn't sweep on NQ, but I don't really care about that SMT. But yeah, the reason why this one's so much nicer is because we get that immediate push up, right? We chop, then we break above. This would be a break-even trade regardless. You'd probably go break-even at this high or something. You probably shouldn't be losing on this trade. This trade is just a lot more high conviction because we retest this area again, retest, displace away. So, okay, let me just go over the trade we took on this account. I do have to talk about this other account as well, right here. We activate this account because you have to activate it, and you have to take a trade on it within 30 days. So yesterday, in my tilt, I took a trade on it, and the balance was $109 on the trade. It was a good trade. It says 4 is because I had 4 micros. I was risking 200 yesterday still. We didn't hit full take profit, so I'll show you guys that trade. But where was it? But yeah, I'm going to now, after I got the trade, I have 30 days. So I have until next month on the 4th. 4th of July. Wow, that's pretty cool. So I don't have to take a trade on this account until the 4th of July because, and that's a Friday, so cool, I have to take a trade like the first of that week. So the first week of July, I have to remember to take a trade. I won't take a trade, and what I will do is I lock this account out every single morning before I even start the trade. So I won't be able to go and be like, you know what, I'm going to trade this account now. No, I'm not trading this account until July 1st at least. So I activated this account. It is up the $109 because I took one trade and partialed. I shouldn't have partialed here. Again, I was on tilt yesterday, but I partialed at my break-even point for 10 points, I guess, then 20 points, and then 25 points. If I would have just held the full position, 25 points, I would have had the $200 day. But again, that's something I do want to talk about as well, about the $200 day. So it looks like we are going to rebalance here. Just for the sake of this trade, let's see if we can get the break-even. Let's go. Okay, let's see if it will soup that low. Just in case. I wonder if it will soup that low and continue delivering or just stop us out at break-even. Again, it doesn't matter. It's on paper. I wouldn't be surprised if we leave this high in place for later because building liquidity for NFP. Reason why I would expect us to leave that high is because this high already ran the liquidity, right? We don't have to. Man, I'm kind of all over the place today. Let me just finish what I was talking about first. I'll kind of do some more analysis. So, what was my trade yesterday? Let's go to it. The trade I took yesterday was this. It was a nice trade. We had a IFVG. It was still the same idea, delivering higher towards this high. It was a SMT at this low. ES swept that low, MQ didn't. YM swept all the lows, I believe. Maybe I'm wrong. And then we got this displacement. I got in on this close right here, partialed here, and then partialed at the top of this fair value gap, or maybe like top of this candle. And then I held my runner to this high. I would have had a $200 day. Got close, but no cigar. And then stopped me out at break even here or here. Continued chopping the rest of the day, but I locked my account after the one trade. And overall, it is nice to have won that trade, obviously, because it put the account up. And yeah, the account's up now, so whenever we have to trade it again. But I'm just going to keep trading this I'm going to keep trading this express account that I'm currently on until I can either pass it or not pass it, get a payout or not. That's really it. It's really all trading is just keep taking good trades. So I'll show you guys the actual trade I took on the chart here. This was the 5-minute gap I was talking about right here. This was the 5-minute. Real quick, I guess the bias for today. Bias today was really tough in terms of like being confident either direction. We ran out this high right here. We ran this high, I think, with the news. We are in a big 4-hour gap that was unfilled right here, that we ran above, right above. So we ran into that, and then we've been just trending up. So we left a lot of low resistance liquidity right here. Or I guess, I don't know if you consider it low resistance, but we have a lot of lows stacked. And we had this low, this low, and this low. And we ran this high. So we ran Asia low here and London high with the 4-hour gap and the overnight gaps. The obvious draw on liquidity was this high. Why? Because we put in this failure swing, drop down lower, manipulate one more time, displace towards it, and then run it out. So we had a data high here and a data low here. This was the real data low because it's actually 8:30. I don't know what this news candle was. I don't know what this was. But 8:30 was the data low from the red folder news. So when we run out the high, I can expect this to not be the draw on liquidity. I can expect the draw on liquidity to be this data low. And I also really liked for extra points, to make extra points, I really liked these lows yesterday from the 1-minute chart. I targeted this as my main take profit right here. Right here. Why? Because this is the swing low of like all the liquidity, right? This is all the liquidity right here. We haven't swept out, and this is a sweep, right? So we swept the low on this move here and displaced away from it. And this is the first place price started to spend some time. So I feel like this is a good liquidity pool. And if we look, right, if we look where we reversed from today, it actually, right, coincidentally, look at that sweep. Perfect sweep of that level. So it must have meant something. And then we displaced higher. So that was my target. This was the 5-minute gap. Again, I was waiting for this to get ran through. I need to see this side or this side get swept. So I saw the 5-minute close bearish right here. I saw us run up off open, Judas swing higher, really strong close, wicked up. So I'm indecisive here. I don't know. Are we going to push up? Are we going to go down? 5-minute then closes below this gap. Okay, cool. I'm not going to get in here. The RR is cooked. I don't want to have such a big stop loss. If I got in there, I would have had to have a like 60-point stop loss, and I wouldn't even be targeting 1-to-1. So I was waiting. I dropped to the 1-minute. Don't really see anything I love. I see this fair value gap. I see it get ran through. So I'm questioning, okay, are we going to go higher? Like, what's going on? But then I recognize that we're tagging the 5-minute consequent encroachment, this order block, and then I dropped to the 15-second and see a beautiful fair value gap. And I was like, cool, when this inverses, I will get in. Better RR, better entry, and everything was better. I got into the trade, and this is how I managed it. I had my stop loss here. Obviously, you guys saw I got in a little bit lower. So we were risking like $50, and we targeted like 58. I could have probably been risking like 19 points, but I don't like to have that tight of a stop. So I sacrificed a little RR. So we still hit a 2R trade, and with the 1 micro. This is how I managed this trade. When the trade dropped lower, cool, break even at this low, ran this low. I then questioned, should I have taken profit this low? And I was like, should I have taken profit because that was a data low? We trade up, stall, stall here. This candle tags the fair value gap. As soon as this candle dumps here and runs the low again, when we ran this low, I went and trailed my stop to this high right here. And then when we closed right here, I trailed my stop to this level just in case we didn't hit that low. And then it delivered, I trailed my stop to this candle high above the fair value gap right here when we created this fair value gap, and then it came up, thought I was going to get stopped, and then delivered finally to the target. So that's how I managed the actual position itself. Again, my OBS wasn't working then, so I don't have the actual clip. But that was a very good trade. And the one thing that you should do is once you hit your trade for the day, step away. Like we could have won this trade. 5 minute. Oh, this was a 5 minute gap too. So even better. Wow, this 5 minute gap shows more context for this long. So even better, right? We're in this trade right here, and yeah, we could have won. We could have won another trade. We could win this trade, right? But like, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things because you take your trade, you're happy with the win, you journal the day, and you learn from it, and you just build your conviction. Take your win and move on, right? Like, don't try again, because I know if I went in again, I took a trade and it lost, right? Then I'd be just a lot more likely to just FOMO or to just impulsively get back in something. So just step away on the winning days. I'm really good about that. I'm not as good about stepping away on the losing days. That's the harder one for me. So why am I going back to 1 micro? Well, I just need to go back to 1 micro until I can prove to myself that I'm not taking bad FOMO setups, I'm not over trading, and that I'm not doing the wrong things in the trade. I need to execute well. I don't need to close early, right? There's no reason to close early if you're using the smallest leverage, right? Because that's the lowest you could lose. So just let it happen. I need to get back to 2 trades max a day. I obviously need to just keep taking the best possible setup. And who cares if I only make $60 or I only make $100 or I only make whatever, right? It doesn't matter because my account's in such deep drawdown that it doesn't matter if I even make $200 or if I make $500. Like, my account's still in drawdown. The biggest goal for me right now is to just bring my account out of drawdown. We have about $600 of a buffer or of a drawdown left. So why trade anything more than 1 micro? Yes, it's going to skew my RR because some stops are going to be bigger. Some stops are going to be 50 points. Some are going to be 20 points. So it will skew the RR. If I hit a 2R trade on a 20-point stop loss, I'm not going to make as much as I could lose on a 1R trade that's a 50-point stop loss, right? Because if I lose 50 points on one trade but then hit a 2R on the other one for 40 points, I'm still going to be net down, which is why I don't like trading the same contract size every time. I like trading the same dollar amount. But it's just not smart for me to risk $200 when I'm in drawdown. I don't have to pay for this account. I paid the activation fee, so this account lasts as long as I can last. And same thing with the other one. I have one ready to go. I don't need, I'm not having to pay monthly. So why rush? Why rush when I'm trying to get better? Why rush when I'm trying to just build good habits? I don't need to rush. I don't need to get a payout so that I can flex on YouTube. I don't need a payout so that I can prove haters wrong. I don't need a payout. I don't need one. All I need to do is keep taking good trades, keep learning, and keep getting better while I'm still on something that matters. It's still an XFA account. It's still something that can make me money in the future. I still have 3 winning days, so I would only need 2 if I can get it out of drawdown. And if we get the account out of drawdown, that's when we can start being more aggressive. That's when we can start trying to get the payout, right? When we build the buffer. If we can get the account positive $1,000, then yeah, maybe I'd start looking to take $200 trades so that I can start getting the payout. But right now, there is no need for me to get a payout. And I have to remember that. There's no need for me to get a payout. I'm happy with $60 days. I'm happy with $100 days. Because just think about it. If I was eligible for a payout across 5 accounts and I traded 1 micro today and I made 114, that is still $500 in 1 day in 2 minutes. So 3 minutes, right? So who am I to complain about $500 in 3 minutes, right? But it only feels like it's insignificant because I'm not copying across 5 accounts, because I'm not eligible for a payout, because I don't have a buffer, because I'm in drawdown. So it's yes, I made 114, but it's not real money because I can't withdraw, I can't touch it, I can't feel it. But think about the long game. When I can touch it, when I can feel it, that money that I'm making from the markets, I made $500 today. Obviously I didn't, but that's the mindset I need to have is that's $500. This last month, from all the stuff on social media, I've made like $1,000, which is amazing. But put that into perspective. 1 month of YouTube videos almost every day, posting on TikTok every day, 3 to 4 times a day, posting on Twitter, all that together, all that collective effort, all the time I spent doing that has made me, I would be able to make half of that in 3 minutes on the market, on the charts. 3 minutes. So I'm excited, man. I'm happy with today. It's always good to bounce back. It's frustrating because you look at the week and I'm down $600 because I've just been trading bad, or maybe I'm down more. Like if we look at the week, it's not pretty, right? I'm not gonna lie to y'all. We're down $600, but this is a start, right? This is a start. One trade, low size. It's a start, right? We lost a lot on these 2 days. This day was all right, but it's a start, right? It's a start. You have to bounce back in some way, and 114 isn't even bad for one micro. So I'm happy. I'm happy with the progress. I'm happy with everything. And yeah, man. I don't know if you guys saw the GOAT score yesterday. Cristiano Ronaldo was amazing, man. It is so sick. I'm a fan of the Spanish national team, but I hope that he beats Spain if they get to the final. I really want to see Ronaldo win. And yeah, I guess we'll just watch this price deliver. And while we do that, I can take some time to shout out the sponsor of the video. No, I'm just kidding. I wish I had a sponsor. I don't know how people do that. I feel like I have enough subs to get like some type of brand deal, maybe like $1,000 partnership. I'm gonna start like reaching out because why not, man? Why not? But the actual thing that I want to shout out is at the bottom of your screen, Apex and Alpha Futures. Use code Diego if you're buying an account. I'm going to hammer this every single video. I'm sorry. I'm doing it at the end of the video because I don't want to just do it as the first thing I say to you guys. But if you watched all the way to this point, then I don't think you really care that much if I plug the code, right? It helps me out a lot. It really does. We're $70 away from the giveaway on Alpha Futures, so definitely look out for that. I mean, I'm not going to lie, there's a lot more people now on the giveaway. There's probably like 20. So you probably have like a 1 in 20 chance of winning an account, which still isn't bad. If you're going to buy one anyways, send me a screenshot of using the code, and I'll throw you in. Again, we're just waiting for this to deliver and see what happens. But yeah, man, I really do appreciate all the support. Yesterday's video, how did you guys like it? Because I am thinking I'm going to do it every Wednesday. Obviously, it stinks that I took such a bad day, but that video is crushing. It's a 1 of 10. It's just absolutely crushing. It has a really high watch time, average watch time of 12 minutes, and 16% click-through rate. So, like, I don't know, man. The stats are looking great on it, and I might start doing them every Wednesday because I think it gives you guys a really good perspective of what my day-to-day looks like on a chart, what my analysis looks like live time, and I really like doing it. So, yeah, I was really happy with that video, even though, I mean, again, not the actual content of the video, right? I really sold on the trading session yesterday. But yeah, I guess like to reflect, I didn't really reflect in yesterday's video at all. Yesterday's trades, they weren't even that bad. I just mismanaged the heck out of the day. And what do I mean? I took a short here. This is a great short. But instead of just letting the trade play out and leave my stop at the swing high and then hitting the $100 day, $200 swing, I micromanaged it. I saw this close above and I got shaken out, got scared, and went long. I shouldn't have done that. Then I took a nice long here, maybe like around here. And like my break-even point was like at this low, I think. So I got in, I guess, literally right here. I got turtle souped on this low, and like we would have done well in this trade if I didn't get turtle souped here. And then I got turtle souped and then tried to re-enter the trade somewhere. And then we did well, and then we got stopped. So it was just a rough day. It was just a rough day. We hit our max loss limit, then we took this trade on the Express account on the new one. Like, it wasn't the best day. It wasn't the worst day, right? But disappointed with just how I traded, because it's just like I shouldn't be making those mistakes ever. Those are just very beginner mistakes. But yeah, I just wonder if this trade delivers. Yeah, I guess if not, dude. Like, we're in the macro. I'm gonna let it run for the macro, and if it doesn't close in the macro, then yeah, video will be done. But yeah, man, I really do appreciate everyone who left some good. I'm gonna look. I haven't looked at the comments yet today in yesterday's video, but I'm gonna see what you guys had to say. Yeah. I guess it's starting to drop here, so I'm not really too concerned about capturing the whole trade. It's paper, but yeah, man, I'm happy with the day. You know, it's not anything amazing. Like, the account's still in heavy drawdown. The account's still down. We can't get a payout, but this is how we bounce back, right? We just start taking what we know how to trade, and we just start doing it, man. We just start doing it for real, because I can find good trades. I really can. I know I can. I'm really confident in my analysis. I'm really confident in a lot of things. It's just polishing a few mistakes, polishing a little bit of impulsivity, right? Being more disciplined on and off the charts is something I'm going to strive for this month. I'm going to take some real steps. So I appreciate you guys. I'm going to end the video here. Again, use my code, man. I can't overstate how much it means to me. It really helps me a lot, because it's just, yeah, it does. So how did you guys do today? How has this week been for you guys? I mean, again, this is a pretty tricky day, a pretty easy day to get chopped up, especially if you're going long here, right? Like, this is a day that I can expect a lot of people to get chopped. So yeah, man. Real quick, if you are getting an Alpha Futures account with us, somebody DM me, and they said that they got an account because of there is no activation fee. There's no activation fee on the advanced plans. I want to be clear on that. The advanced plans. So the normal one, the standard one, it has an activation fee still. So it's only the advanced ones. I just wanted to make sure that I said that so that nobody gets misled. But yeah, man. Appreciate you guys watching the videos. I'm rambling. I'll see you guys tomorrow, man. Peace out.